Hey YouTube, what's up? It's been so long that I don't make a video, and I always say this, and it's because I'm super busy. If I don't do these videos right now, I'm never gonna do them. So I try to make as many videos as I can. How I see things going. I think this is the only video that I'm gonna be able to do, but I hope it's a good video. I'm gonna put it out there, and if I don't make any more videos, and in the meantime, it's sorry, it's because I'm extremely busy. This video is about morality. Morality is my favorite subject, and it's the one that is dearest to me, because you could say that this is one of the main reasons that I'm not a Christian anymore. That's one of the biggest reasons. It's not the only one, but it's one of the biggest. So when it comes to morality, I want to talk to you today about what William Lane Craig says that is the difference between objective moral values and objective moral obligations. And I'm gonna try. I have an objection to these two, but I'm gonna try to explain to you what these two means. I'm gonna say them how William Lane Craig says them, and I'm gonna try to do it the best, as closest as possible to his explanation. So this is what he says. He says that there's a difference between objective moral values and there's a difference between objective moral obligations, objective moral duties, he calls them. Objective moral values are things that are good and bad. Objective moral duties are things that are right and wrong. For example, it would be good for you to become a medical missionary and go to Africa and cure people over there and save souls and stuff. It would also be good for you to become a doctor. It would also be good for you to become a fireman. But if you don't become neither of them, you're not doing something that is wrong. You might as well become an architect. I don't know, whatever you want, but you not choosing either of those good choices doesn't mean that you did the wrong thing. And by the same token, he says to the other extreme, he gives the example of Sophie's Choice. And Sophie's Choice, he says that there's a lady in Nazi Germany, and that a Nazi soldier tells her to choose one of her kids. The Nazi soldier's taking her to a concentration camp, and the Nazi tells her to choose one of her kids, and that to take with her to the concentration camp, and that he's gonna kill the other kid. And if she does not choose, he's gonna kill them both. So Dr. William Lane Craig, he says that they're both bad choices, but her choosing does not mean she's doing the wrong thing. He says that probably her choosing might be she's doing the right thing. She's saving one of her kids' life, right? So that's the difference he has. We usually think that a good choice is usually right and a bad choice is usually wrong, but we're sometimes faced in situations where the only thing we have are bad choices, but choosing between them does not mean that we're doing the wrong thing, and we're faced in, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing the wrong thing. So this is my thought, this is my belief, this is my objection, you could say, to this way of thinking. Well, before I do the objection, I believe that when the only thing you have are bad choices, you are obliged to choose the less evil of them both. The one with less bad moral value. For example, if lying is bad, saying a lie is bad, killing is bad. And if you had a choice between lying and killing 60 million people, killing 60 million people is has more moral wrongness, you could call it, than saying a lie, right? This is less wrong than this one. So my opinion is that in this situation where you only have two choices, you would be morally obliged. It would be a moral obligation for you to choose the one with less moral evil, which would be this one, to say the lie. If you had to choose between killing 65 million people and saying a lie, you would be obligated to say the lie. That's my personal opinion. I guess that a person faced with that situation would immediately say the lie, because they would see that the lie has less moral wrongness in it than killing the 65 million people, 1,000 people, or whatever. But this is a thing. This is my objection, and I hope that I did represent a point good. If I'm wrong with what I said before, please correct me. But this is the point where I object. I object! What am I objecting to? Okay, this is the point. For God, William Lane Craig is a Christian. So for God, holding false witness, which is lying, and killing are both commanded by God not to do, right? So I would imagine that because they're commanded by God, they're moral obligations. But for God, a sin is a sin. It doesn't matter if you lie. It doesn't matter if you kill. For God, they're both a sin. So everyone needs salvation from their sinful nature. It doesn't matter if you're the goodest of persons. You're probably still gonna say a lie. You might not kill the 65 million people, but you'll probably still say a lie. So that's why everybody on the earth, no exception, needs Jesus, because no one is perfect how God is perfect. So for God, holding false witness is equally as wrong as killing a person. So that's my objection. As a Christian, or not as a Christian, but if objective moral value and objective moral duties come from God's nature, and for God everything is equally as wrong, then how do you choose between two evils? How do you value between two evils? For example, how do you value that saying a lie is less wrong than killing a person? Let's put a situation. Let's change Sophie's Choice a little bit. Let's give Sophie's Choice a little twist. Let's say that the Nazi soldier told Sophie that if she wanted for both of her kids to live, she either had to tell a lie to 65,000 people, or go to a concentration camp and kill the 65,000 people. How is she gonna choose if she is holding false witness 65,000 times? How is she gonna choose between holding false witness 65,000 times or killing or murdering 65,000 times? How is she gonna do that? How is she choosing between them both? They both have the same outcome. The outcome is that she's gonna save both of her kids. But how can she choose if for God they both hold equal moral value, which is they're both equally as wrong? So where is she getting her how is she assessing the value to each of her choice? If her moral value, if objective moral values do come from God, where is she getting that value from? How can she choose between those two? Either lying 65,000 to 65,000 people or killing 65,000 people. It's the same thing. They're both a sin with the same multiplied the same amount of time with the same outcome. So how does she choose? I mean, obviously the choice here is to lie to all of them, right? That's obvious. But if objective moral value, and I'm saying that one more time, and objective moral truth come from the nature of God, and God's nature says that everything is the same, then how would she assess that? How would you do it? That's my question. Peace out, and I hope you like the video. Laters.